Yeah, look, I said to you already, I said, come on, if we're going to SEO, all that sort of stuff for Cocoa Pops, come on. Cocoa Pops is on the shelves, right? We got to get it, launch it in the new places, I mean, who has done Cocoa Pops Geelong? Who has done that, Who has done Cocoa Pops Cairns? Who has done Cocoa Pops Bunbury? I'm learning fast all this stuff, okay? I expect those to be SEO'd. I want them to come up with videos. I want them to come up with text. I want them to come up with the alt tag on the photos, okay? I want to see when someone types in Cocoa Pops, in Margaret River, Margaret River Cocoa Pops. I want to see a photo come up of the Cocoa Pops, okay? I wanted it to be not just in the bottom half of the first page. I want it to be the top half of the first page, because that is where some people look. I know there are the nesters out there. Hang on a second. I've got to go. I'm being videoed. Okay? Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's very funny, Mum. Okay, Mum. Thank you. You get that work done, okay? Otherwise, I'm not talking to you for maybe a couple of weeks. Okay, bye. Okay. It's Hugi here again. Well, Hugi, they call me that for short, I mean, Hondi is my name. It was given to me by, do you know what a Hond is? Do you know what a Hond is in South Africa? It's a dog. Honti van der Hugenbok. That's my name, right? So they call me Hugi for short. Okay, I'm telling you that now. It's very personal. You just saw me talking on the phone to my mum, okay? We've got some important. She's working for me now in SEO, okay? I'm not just doing SEO in Bloemfontein anymore, I've expanded now. I'm not necessarily going to do the SEO in Sydney. I'm going to do SEO in the regional centers of Australia, okay? I'm talking to you about the Wagga Wagga. It was so good they named it twice. I'm talking to you about Albury Wodonga. Albany Wodonga. I'm talking to you about Denmark. But not where those couple who met in the slip-in. Not them. No, I'm talking to you about Denmark, Western Australia. Okay, it's full of South Africans, right? I'm not there. I'm in Sydney now, right? I'm settling here in Sydney for at least 1 year, maybe 3 or 4 years. Who knows? I mean, it's a lot like Pretoria. Although Canberra is more like Pretoria. It's the capital city of the country. Let's face it. I mean, we're not talking about the most exciting place in South Africa. I mean, we all know where that is. It's Cape Town, right? Where all the gays are. Right? There's a lot of gay sex going on in Cape Town. There's a lot of gay sex going on in Sydney. We know that. Maybe that is the correlation. Okay? Who knows? But the point is this: we're combining the Australian and South African connection in SEO to move forward. Okay? Because we are the two countries that are the capital of the Southern Hemisphere. Let's forget this small talk, right? Come on. You got a product. You want to get it out there. You've done it successfully. You maybe, got a few 100,000 in the bank, Maybe you got $1 million or so. We're thinking about the millionaire philosophy here, How can you get it into another country that also speaks the same language, I'm talking to you now. I'm saying Canberra, Pretoria. I'm saying Sydney. I'm saying Cape Town. I'm saying, what would you compare with Durban? The Gold Coast. Gold Coast, Durban. Okay? Keep going. Keep going. Don't give up on the idea. Port Elizabeth, Melbourne. Okay? You see, we're combining. In Australia, there's a lot of problem between Melbourne and Sydney. They have these Melbourne businesses and the Sydney businesses. The Sydney businesses can't get into Melbourne. The Melbourne businesses can't get into Sydney, all right? You combine them. You use SEO to go through and bring out the best hits you can get. I say hits because I'm learning to speak like you Australians, right? In our country is huts. All right? Who's got the most huts on their website? little huts. Like in the Zulu days, like the Zulu War, they had the huts and the Xhosa as well, okay? You know, our history goes a lot further back than you Australians. I mean, you have the Eureka Stampede and all that sort of stuff. There's nothing much to talk about. A few people stamping and stomping around the place, who cares? You know, and they've got a few stocks here and there. They're having a bit of trouble. Okay, we know all that stuff. Let's move on from that. Let's look at what we're doing here. SEOtherapy.com.au. Come and talk to me. You know who I am. I'm Hondi van der Hugenbok. Okay, I'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye.